Okay, welcome to today's grammar lesson. In this short video, we're going to talk about the future in English. And the future is quite a special tense, you could say, in English, but it's also one of the most logical. So once you understand this, there's nothing really complicated about this anymore. The rules are actually pretty logical. Let's start by saying that there's not really such a thing as the future tense in English, unlike French, for instance. They do have several tenses, you can see them here, to express a different type of future. You've got the will future, the one you've studied first, to be going to future, the present continuous or progressive can have future meaning, and also the present simple can be used to talk about the future. One important thing, and you can see that I've drawn like a big arrow over here that covers most of the page, you could say, is that they are structured in a way that you could say ranges from low intention. We'll see that the will infinitive has low intention, so there's not a lot of intention in the action when you use that, to very high intention in the present simple. And with intention, I mean the fact that it's been like planned before. The amount of certainty, you could say, that of the action happening is another thing that's possible. Let's take a look at the first way to use the future, and that's obviously to talk about future events, future actions that are going to take place. If we use the will infinitive, we normally use that to talk about decisions that are made on the spot. So you decide right now what you're going to do in the future. Suppose somebody here knocks on the door. Then I can say to my partner, I will open it. And then we've used the will future to talk about a decision I make on the spot. Another thing that's very similar are offers. If you see somebody struggling with very heavy bags, then you can offer them to help. You can say, I will help you. So those are the two ways you can use the will future to talk about future actions. We also have a nice example here that we've just given. Suppose you don't make the decision on the spot, but you've thought about it before. Think about, for instance, our New Year's resolutions. We haven't made up our New Year's resolutions on the spot, but we've thought about it before. And then we use a to be going to future. So you have more intention. You intend to do something. Suppose I've talked about going to the cinema with you yesterday. We've decided it then. So yesterday we said, oh yes, we will go to the cinema together. Now it's our intention to do so. So I say, next week we're going to the cinema. We have the intention of doing that. We don't know when yet, but we're pretty certain we will do it. Then you use a to be going to future. Suppose you've got a dream job. You've thought about it before. When she grows up, she's going to be a ballet dancer because she's thought about it before. Okay, so this has higher intention already. Suppose we have intended, or we have the intention to go to the cinema. Next thing we need to do then is to find a date. The moment we find a date, the intention becomes even more serious. There's more intention to do that because we found a date. Maybe we even bought tickets. If you've done that, you use the present progressive or continuous to talk about that future. So here you have like an agreement or an appointment in the future. You bought tickets. You made an appointment with somebody, with your dentist, for instance. Or there's a delivery of something in the future. Two parties, two people pick the date so it's even more certain than saying we're going to do that one day in the future. No, we're doing that on the 20th of January. So that's a fixed appointment in the future. You can see it here in the example. I'm seeing Aida next month. We have bought the tickets already. So you've got tickets. Chances of you not being there are very small. Maybe you break a leg, or maybe you, I don't know, miss a train or are ill, but normally you will be there at that specific time. So this already has high intention. And then the present simple is the last thing you can use, but you also know that present simple is used for habits, and you only use the present simple to talk about things that happen at strict intervals, like timetables or schedules. You have English every week at the same moment. A train always leaves or always rides every hour or so. A bus always rides every hour, drives every hour past certain points. And then you use the present simple. So it's for timetables, schedules, etc. The example here, it's my birthday tomorrow. Your birthday is always on the same day. So it's something that's on the calendar. My flight tomorrow leaves at 10 a.m. because your flight is scheduled to leave every day at the same time. Or at the same time every day, of course. So I hope you can see that if you take this will infinitive, we had low intention. We hadn't thought about it before. We have a going to future. We've thought about it before, but we haven't found a date yet. Present progressive, we found a date. And then present simple, people have put the way something happens in a timetable so that we know when it happens, or you can see it on the calendar. Like St. Valentine's Day is always on the 14th of February, so you don't say St. Valentine's Day will be on the 14th of February, you say it is on the 14th of February, even if it's in the future. All right, so that's part one. Maybe quick recap, just to make clear. Suppose my tooth starts hurting right now. Then I will say to you, I will see a dentist because this hurts. It's a decision I make on the spot. I haven't thought about this before. Next, I come home, and I've already talked about this with you. And now I tell my girlfriend I'm going to see a dentist because this really hurts. It's already my intention. Suppose I call the dentist now, and I make an appointment. I say I'm seeing the dentist next week Monday because we have made an appointment. And then this, of course, is nothing that applies to my life apart from my birthday. So I could say my birthday is in 2 weeks' time because it's always on the 21st of January. Okay, that's part one. I have a minute and a half to explain the second part. Here we go. We also can make predictions about the future. And you can see here that we've got the will infinitive and the to be going to infinitive to talk about predictions. Well, remember that we said this has low intention, this has higher intention. This here, the will infinitive, has less certainty than the to be going to infinitive to become true. It's a bit the same. Suppose you use the will infinitive in a prediction. This means that you're not looking at evidence or facts to make that prediction. You just say, I feel that that person can be trusted. It's a feeling. And then you use the will future. I think Labour will win the elections. It's my opinion. You don't really look at facts to say that. If you have the to be going to future, you try to look at facts to base your opinion on. Look at the sky, it's going to rain. Or look at the sky, it's going to be a lovely day. The sky proves the fact that it's going to be a lovely day. So will infinitive is about intuition, about what you feel, whereas the going to future is based on facts. All right, and that's that. We've seen everything that we need to know right now about the future in English. I hope you see that it's pretty logical now and that it's actually not really that hard to understand. If it still is quite unclear to you, of course, feel free to ask extra explanation to me because I'll be walking around in class for most of you. Okay, good luck with your exercises. I hope you nail them, and I'll see you very soon. Goodbye.